For Sister Rita, this is for the first time. So, anyway, I want to talk about Jesus cross, a little different perspectives,
Gotcha.
Yeah. Okay. So maybe Patricia, can you read this one? So anyway, that Jesus came 2,000 years ago, and as you see, many Jews, most of all Jews, didn't believe Jesus as a Messiah. Why? So I got this interview from some YouTube Jewish scholars. Patricia, can you read?
Why Jews reject Jesus. The classical Jewish literature does not accept the notion of a second coming. Once the Messiah reveals himself, he will accomplish a designated mission of getting the Jews back to Israel, rebuilding the temple, and hopefully establishing world peace. Jesus was crucified. Jesus was murdered before he completed any of those things. Because of that, Christianity developed the idea of the second coming, that Jesus will come back and complete the mission. As normative Jewish theology is concerned, when the Messiah comes, he is going to get the job done. He is not going to die and then come back.
So that is a traditional Jewish idea 2,000 years ago, still now. But one thing that Christianity developed the idea of second coming, not Christianity, Jesus said himself about second coming. So when that Jesus' disciples start witnessing, they receive a lot of opposition from Jews. It didn't match with the life of Jesus. So the Messiah, concept of Messiah, didn't match with the life of Jesus. So disciples got struggle. Anyway, that and I talk about the servant songs in the Isaiah book of Isaiah, but I want to go skip to directly Isaiah 53. But they got the Isaiah 53, and let's see what Isaiah 53 said. Ken-san, can you read?
Right. Isaiah 53, King James Version. For he shall grow up before him as a tender plant, and as a root out of a dry ground. He hath no form nor comeliness. And when we shall see him, there is no beauty that we should desire him. He is despised and rejected of men, a man of sorrows, and acquainted with grief. And we hid, as it were, our faces from him. He was despised, and we esteemed him not. Surely he hath borne our griefs and carried our sorrows. Yet we did esteem him stricken, smitten of God, and afflicted. But he was wounded for our transgressions. He was bruised for our iniquities. The chastisement of our peace was upon him, and with his stripes we are healed. Continue?
Yeah.
All we like sheep have gone astray. We have turned every one to his own way. And the Lord hath laid on him the iniquity of us all. He was oppressed, he was afflicted, yet he opened not his mouth. He is brought as a lamb to the slaughter, and as a sheep before her shearers is dumb. So he openeth not his mouth. He was taken from prison and from judgment. And who shall declare his generation? For he was cut off out of the land of the living. For the transgression of my people was he stricken. And he made his grave with the wicked, and with the rich in his death, because he had done no violence, neither was any deceit in his mouth.
So that Isaiah 53, that disciples found this Isaiah 50. Actually, that many people said the disciples didn't have any knowledge about Old Testament. If Jesus didn't tell anything, that the disciples couldn't find anything. So that Jesus told them that use Isaiah 53 that many scholars say. So now that the disciple can say, it is written in the Bible. So then that use Isaiah 53, disciple start witnessing, and it became very powerful, very powerful.
Pastor Hiro,
Yeah.
Isaiah 53 is forbidden for Jews to read.
Yes. So that's why that the Jewish community was threatened. If that the people read Isaiah 53, everybody become followers of Jesus. So Jewish community decide forbid to read Isaiah 53. Actually, that some Jews said that the Jewish community didn't forbid, but just like put out from the regular reading of the Torah, so that many Jewish people didn't know Isaiah 53 was in the Old Testament.
Wow.
Many people think this is New Testament. So you can see many like YouTube videos when that the Jews read Isaiah 50. Oh, I didn't know this is
They sure do, yeah.
in the Old Testament. I didn't know that.
I didn't know.
So that's why that much that Isaiah 50 is very powerful, very powerful. But so let's see that one part, I think that actually the Isaiah 53, we can see many things in Isaiah 53 happened on the cross when Jesus was crucified. One of them, Isaiah 53, verse 10. Catherine, can you read?
Yes. Yet it pleased the Lord to bruise him, he hath put him to grief.
So this is the King James version, and I think that like other translation, it is said it was God's will to crush him. It's God's will to crush him, and I think the Amplified the similar translation. It was God's will to crush him. So through this, many church think crucifixion is God's will. Then Jesus came to die on the cross. So that is like this kind of like formed our basic idea. The church is Jesus came to die on the cross. But actually, the Isaiah 53 is not only one talk about the crucifixion of Jesus. What happened?
He's trying to get signal. He's
Oh.
trying to search it up on
Oh,
Google.
okay. Amplify.
It came.
It worked.
Oh,
Do you want to hear that?
Yeah.
53 and 10. Yet the Lord was willing to crush him, causing him to suffer. If he would give himself as a guilt offering, an atonement for his sin, he shall see his spiritual offspring. He shall prolong his days, and the good pleasure of the Lord shall succeed and prosper in his hand.
So it will God's will to crush him or something. Yeah. Okay. So that is Isaiah 53 says. But as I mentioned last time, there's many other Bible, Old Testament, talking about Jesus' cross. So let's see. Dr. Weston, Psalms 22. Can you read?
Yeah, prophecy of crucifixion in Psalms 22, King James Version. My God, why hast thou forsaken me? All they that see me laugh and scorn. They shoot out their lips, they shake their heads, saying, He trusted in the Lord, that he would deliver him. Let him deliver him, seeing he delighted in him. The assembly of the wicked have enclosed me, he says. They pierce my hands and my feet. I may tell all my bones. They look and share upon me.
Stare.
Yeah. They part my garments among them and cast lots upon my vesture.
Mm.
That it happened on the cross. Yes, it happened on the cross.
Yes.
Especially that the first verse. My God, why hast thou forsaken me? So that in the book of Luke, I think that it says, Eli Eli lema sabachthani. That is an Aramaic pronunciation. Jesus was talking that in 2000 years ago, Jesus using the Aramaic language.
Right.
So that word really like a correct Aramaic pronunciation. So I think that word, Eli lema sabachthani, means my God, why hast thou forsaken me, is the most kind of trustful word Jesus actually spoke on the cross. So look at this, and I want you to check this. Who crucified Jesus is the assembly of the wicked.
Mhm.
They are the one who persecute and put him on the cross.
Yes.
Another Jeremiah 11:18 to 20. Dr. Rita, can you read?
Prophecies of crucifixion in Jeremiah chapter 11, verses 18 through 20. And the Lord hath given me knowledge of it, and I know it. Then thou shalt show it me their doings. But I was like a lamb or an ox that is brought to the slaughter, and I knew not what that they had devised devices against me, saying, let us destroy the tree with the fruit thereof, and let us cut him off from the land of the living, and his name may be no more remembered. But, O Lord of hosts, that judges rightly, that tries the reins and the heart, let me see thy vengeance on them, for unto thee have I revealed my cause. That's power.
So they had devised against me. So who are they? They are the one who didn't believe God, enemy of God. And then Jeremiah prayed, Lord of hosts. So Jeremiah was received suffering, and he still praying God. Another Jeremiah 18, yeah, Dr. Meisenberg.
Okay, Jeremiah 18, chapter 18, verse 18 to 23. Then said they, come and let us devise devices against Jeremiah. Come and let us smite him with the tongue, and let us not give heed to any of his words. Yet, Lord, thou knowest all their counsel against me to slay me. Forgive not their iniquity, neither blot out their sin from thy sight. But let them be overthrown before thee. Deal thus with them in the time of thine anger.
So against this, they means they don't believe in God and just want to persecute Jeremiah. So if see the verses, so we can see prophecies of crucifixion, Psalms 22, Jeremiah 11, 18 to 20, Jeremiah 18, 18, 23. We can see assembly of the wicked. They are against God, got inspired by Satan, and persecute God and David, King David, Jeremiah. And they offer prayer to God. So we can see the who give hardship to them is assembly of the wicked. Those who didn't believe in God, enemy of God. and they offer prayer to God. That is a kind of you can see the structure. But on the contrary, the prophecy of crucifixion, Isaiah 53, is God directly persecuted as a punishing, suffering servant. So we have many like these kind of things. For example,
Pastor Hiro,
yeah,
go back a bit. Why do they use the word punishment? Why was Jesus punished?
Jesus
Or
received
why was
punishment.
Jeremiah?
No, this is like Isaiah.
I meant to say Isaiah.
Mm.
Oh, you say that's like Isaiah?
Yeah.
Oh,
Talking
okay,
about Isaiah.
okay.
Talking about Isaiah. So, and then let's see another verses of Psalms. Dr. Meisenberg, can you read Psalms 35?
Okay, Psalm 35, verses 11 through 12. False witnesses did rise up. They laid to my charge things that I knew not. They rewarded me evil for good, to the spoiling of my soul.
Okay, Mama Joy, Psalms 38, 11 to 14.
Okay, prophecies of crucifixion
Oh, yeah.
in Psalms,
Oh, my lover.
Psalms 38, 11, 14.
Yeah.
My lovers and my friends stand aloft from my sword, and my kinsmen stand afar off. They also seek after my life, lay snares for me, and they that seek my hurt speak mischievous things, and imagine deceits all the day long. But I, as a deaf man, heard not. And I was as dumb man that openeth not his mouth. Thus I was as a man that heareth not, and in whose mouth are no reproofs.
So very similar writing talk about Jesus' cross was there in Psalms, and many of them talking about the day. They means that's not God, not God's people. And Mama Joy, one more. Psalms 105.
Psalms 105, 15, King James Version, saying, touch not mine anointed,
Oh, glory.
and do my prophets no harm.
Show you right.
May I
That
remind
is
everyone to speak up because we have Facebook people on.
oh,
Yes.
so I need to.
Yes, project more.
Okay.
But that's for
No,
everyone.
it's okay, I can hear you.
You can. Yeah. Maybe the next time I need to bring microphone. So let's see. Many did verses talking like I will skip few like this. All did verses. So some kind of like those who didn't believe God, gave a suffering to David, Jeremiah, and then they offer prayer to God. And in Psalms 105 and 15, God said, "Don't touch my prophet. Don't touch my prophet."
All right.
What that mean? So then, why? So while we look all kind of verses, so there's two kind of groups in the verses. Psalm 22 and others, and Isaiah 53. So left side, these verses. Right side, Isaiah 53. Crucifixion was brought by God. God is the one who put Jesus on the cross. Other verses, let's see. Crucifixion was brought by villains, enemy of God. So now we have a question. Was crucifixion brought by God or brought by the enemy of God? So let's see.
How about he allowed the enemy?
Yes, that's the one. But let's see the original verse. Anyway, let's examine the two possibilities. left one and the right one.
Okay.
Let's go to the New Testament. Jesus said in book of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Jesus said many times, to believe in the one who has sent is God's will. But Jewish leaders crucified Jesus because they didn't believe him.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Ken-san, can you read?
Okay. Prophecies of Jesus'
Ah, yeah,
crucifixion.
you can with the verse. John 6.
John 6 and 28
Oh, jeez.
through 29. Then said they unto him, What shall we do that we might work the works of God? Jesus answered and said unto them, This is the work of God, that ye believe on him whom he hath sent.
So Jesus said, believe me because I'm assigned by God. So to believe me is realizing God's will, that Jesus said. But do they believe Jesus?
No.
No. Catherine, can you read John 5:22-24?
Yes. For the Father judgeth no man, but hath committed all judgment unto the Son, that all men should honor the Son, even as they honor the Father. He that honoreth not the Son honoreth not the Father which hath sent him.
So, okay. Another one, yeah. Catherine.
He that heareth you heareth me, and he that despiseth you despiseth me, and he that despiseth me despiseth him that sent me.
So, Jesus said, all men should honor the Son. That is the will of God. Then, even as they honor the Father, he that honors not the Son, honor not the Father which has sent him. So, Jesus' wish is all men will honor him, respect the Son. Did Jewish leaders believe in Jesus? No.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Weston, can you read 2 John 10:25-26 and John 5?
Jesus answered them, I told you, and you believe not. The works that I do in my Father's name. They bear witness to me. But ye believe not, because ye are not of my sheep, as I said unto you. You agree?
Yeah, another one.
But I have gathered witnesses I have greater, witness than that of John, for the works which the Father has given me to finish. The same works that I do bear witness of me, that the Father has sent me, and the Father himself, which has sent me, has borne witness of me. Ye have neither heard his voice at any time, nor seen his shape.
So, Jesus talked to the Jewish leaders, you don't believe me. Another thing, so I was assigned by Father, but you don't listen to me, and you don't wanna see the work of God. That Jesus told Jewish leaders. Another one. Dr. Pritchett, can you read 2 verses?
Is that John 1:11 and 12?
Yeah,
Go.
John 15-23.
And he came unto his own, and
Oh,
his
no,
own...
no, up on that. John 15:23-24.
Okay.
Yeah.
He that hateth me hateth my Father also. If I had not done among them the works which none other man did, they had not had sin. But now have they both seen and hated both me and my Father.
Mm-hmm.
He came unto his own, and his own received him not. But as many as received him, to them he gave power to become the sons of God, even to them that believe on his name.
So we can see that he that hate me hate my Father, and also his own people didn't receive him, didn't believe him. Even that many people believe him, but mainly they are rejected by his own people. That is Jesus' cross. So Jesus' wish, God's wish, was that the Jewish leaders would honor and believe in him, Jesus, but they didn't. Then they planned to crucify Jesus because they didn't believe in him. Look at that. Jesus' wish, God's wish, was that the Jewish leaders would honor and believe and respect him, but they didn't. That's why they planned to crucify Jesus, because they didn't believe him, they didn't respect, they didn't honor the Jesus. So
Did we get that? Did we get that? Did we get that?
It's maybe worth repeating. It's so
Did
powerful.
we get that? Because
Oh,
I feel that saying that statement in itself clears the air in so many ways. You go back, for instance, you started with why did the Jews reject Jesus, but I remember in the last lesson, it was that, where's our Divine Principle book? It said, I'm sorry, but it's important.
Yeah,
that-
Kenson,
when
maybe-
we
maybe-
said that the disbelief, was that God's desire? That's the question.
Yeah,
For the
yeah.
whole thing
Yeah,
is,
yeah.
was the crucifixion of Jesus God's desire? I'm rephrasing
most
it.
most
Most-
desirable
This
Lamb
is
of
the,
God.
the quote. Was Jesus' sacrifice on the cross for naught? Of course not. It was.
If it
No, no,
were,
really.
Actually, that was.
No, it's the topic, it's the title of
Yeah,
all
yeah.
of this, because unless we continuously remind ourselves about it, we miss the point. Was this
Sorry,
truly
this
God's
is it.
desire?
Was Jesus' death on the cross the most desired will of
There
God?
you go.
Let us first examine the words and deeds of the disciples in order.
So anyway, you can see I'm explaining. I'm put all kind of Bible verses to explain that sentence.
Yes, but we didn't start off with it, and these people are new. That's what
Oh,
I'm
okay,
saying.
okay.
And so for me, for joy,
Mm.
maybe senior citizen or whatever, to reflect back on the original intent of this whole presentation
Yeah.
is very important, because we have people coming in. Because see, when you brought that to me, it struck me very hard, because it's a question that I never asked before. I never asked that. I accepted what was taught to me, and I studied that. So I didn't question it. So that's something that has to be dealt with.
So
Deeply.
to make it clear, I put a few more slides from last time. I put a few more slides.
So that question can be in our minds. See, I'm coming from a generation, you didn't question. You were told and you accepted it.
So yeah, so that I'm following the Pastor Barrett. We should be the individual thinker. Individual thinker. The thing is that God gave us as a like a divine personality. So think. So,
Yeah, that's
anyway,
true.
that Jesus' wish, that is the same as God's wish, was that the Jewish leaders would honor and believe in him, respect him, believe in him. But the Jewish leaders didn't do that. On the contrary, they planned to crucify Jesus because they didn't believe in him. All like a Bible verses, last maybe 15 minutes are supporting that, I believe.
Oh.
So let's see that parable of vineyard. So as you see that the landowner is God, farmers Israelite, and his son is Jesus. When you see that the parable vineyard, landowner send his servant to the farmers. They killed, persecuted, but the landowner finally sent his son, Jesus, and the farmers killed him. That is a whole story. Let's see, that's a little long, but whose tongue is, maybe Dr. Meisenberg, can you read?
The
Two
parable of the
slides,
vineyard,
Yeah.
Mark 12, 1 through 9. A certain man planted a vineyard and set a hedge about it, and digged a place for the wine fat, and built a tower, and let it out to husband, I meant to say land, but that said land, and let it out to husbandmen, and went into a far country. And at the season he sent to the husbandmen a servant, that he might receive from the husbandmen of the fruit of the vineyard. And they caught him and beat him and sent him away empty. And again he sent unto them another servant, and at him they cast stones and wounded him in the head, and sent him away, shamefully handled. And again he sent another, and him they killed, and many others, beating some and killing some.
So, like a husbandman, that are farmers, they are so bad. So they kill all kinds of servants sent by landowner. So then, continue.
Okay.
Yeah.
Having yet therefore one son,